because you guys live in a fascinating world. You see these? That's lacquer. That's the same stuff you put on wood to make sure that it doesn't ever go bad. If you look at these ads like that, that's motor oil. Because motor oil looks a lot better. It doesn't soak into the pancakes. In fact, the pancakes are sprayed with fabric protector to make a good picture. Your world that you live in, the lines between what is real and what is not are so blurred that I suspect you don't even know the difference. And you don't know the difference. This hit me like crazy when I had my 8-year-old daughter. We watched Harry Potter as a family over this Christmas break, like all 7,200 hours of it. And my 8-year-old daughter always has to say to me, "Is that real?" "No." "Is that real?" "No." Because those things look amazing. The dragons and everything. And you guys are thinking, I know it's not real. Oh, I wonder with your brains. In fact, if you notice a little child, the first time they watch TV at some point when you get to this age, you're going to see the little child walk up to the television and look behind it. Because they're going to try to figure out what it is they're watching. Because their brains are saying that's an object, but it's also a person, and I don't understand the difference. So I must walk up and figure out where's the person. Your brains have already made that connection. Okay? Now, let's talk about this question. Why do we like this stuff so much? Why do we like sweets? Why do we like pornography? Why do we like excitement? We want so badly to run across that water. What is it that creates us, that allows that? And I have a question. Why did God design us like this? I mean, if you're a guy and you're thinking, why in the heck do I have such an attraction to women? Why would God do this to me? And your girl, you're like, yeah, why would he? Okay? Is it an imperfect design or an incomplete design? My hypothesis is that it's an incomplete design, not an imperfect design, and I want to talk about it, okay? But I want to base my comments on this quote today from Joseph Smith. Joseph Smith says, and I highlighted the stuff that's really neat in yellow. He says, God has designed our happiness and the happiness of all His creatures. Everything that God gives us is lawful and right, and it is proper that we should enjoy His gifts and blessings whenever and wherever He is disposed to bestow, which is fascinating. But then this next quote, but if we should seize upon those same blessings and enjoyments without law, without revelation, without commandment, those blessings and enjoyments would prove cursings and vexations in the end. And this is what I would like to talk about. I'm going to use a theme around chastity today and pornography. But I want you to recognize the same things that I'm teaching you work for any addiction in your brain. What is an addiction? Simply put, when consequences don't matter. That's my definition. If you want to lose weight and you eat a jelly donut and you know you shouldn't, you're addicted to food. If you choose to sleep rather than to do your church responsibilities, you're addicted. Could be depression, same kinds of addictions. If you choose to play video games over studying, etc., the consequences, you have an addiction. None of us are exempt from this. I've probably eaten 300 pounds of chocolate over the last few days. I know. I have to screen all my kids' candy to make sure it's not poison. So that's one bite apiece. But I want you to understand something. I'm not coming from a hypocritical standpoint saying, you look at me, I'm not addicted. I understand addictions. You have to come to terms with it. All of us have these predispositions to become addicted to anything. I want to teach you why it happens today, and more importantly, if it's happened to you, how to fix it. Using the brain, okay? So, I'm going to talk about this particular subject. This is a human. I don't have a laser pointer. I'll just use the mouse. It's a human guy, and it's got a brain. The outline here is the nervous system. Now, we're not any different than anything else, though, with our nervous system. In fact, if you just looked at our nervous system, we'd be similar to this grasshopper. It's got a nice nervous system and a brain. A dog, it's got this nice little nervous system. What makes the human unique? We have all the same desires, but humans have one area that's unique. right here in the front. This brain is turned sideways, okay? So if you turn me like this is my brain. This would be your eyeball. We have regions of our brain that allow us to override instinct. Let me state that another way. If you take a starving animal and you put food in front of the starving animal, they'll eat it. You can take a starving human and you can put food in front of a starving human, and if that human wants, they can choose not to eat it. Most humans. Same with sex. You can present the opportunity to an animal, they will seize it. To a human, we can override it. Most humans. Unless we have lost that capacity. That capacity is in our frontal cortex. It's what I call our agency or our ability to override our instincts. What I would like to talk today is how to create that, how to foster that, and what happens when you lose that, because Satan's whole goal is to take this from you.